Well, Eric Johnston's Run with the Bull comedy tour is underway, and he is coming home for a couple of shows this weekend. And back on Morning Live, a triumphant return on Morning Live.
Bob, it's been so long, over 2 years I haven't seen you.
I know,
it's
and we're seeing
crazy.
you virtually now. And every time, you know, it was the thing. Every time we got together, we'd compare biceps.
Well, you know what? I don't know if I can get it into Zoom, but I have been, all I can do is work out, Bob. I am looking yoked these days.
Okay.
Again, don't pay attention to my stomach or my legs. I'm just upper body. I'm shaped like a slice of pizza.
Usually we're a tie, but I've completely atrophied during the pandemic, so
Is that what you did?
Yeah. I've let myself go. Haven't you noticed?
Well, it's a slippery slope once you start eating chips on the couch. But yeah, I'm back. You know what?
What have you been doing during the pandemic? How's it been for a comedian during the pandemic?
Well,
How have you pivoted?
I was going to welcome you. This is actually a comedy club that I built in my mom's basement here in Stony Creek.
It's come to that.
It's next to where we keep the extra paper towels. So it's a high-class event down here.
This reminds me of the king of comedy.
That's right. Well, that's me. I'm the king of Stony Creek comedy.
Right.
I'm the only comic in Stony Creek, so that's why I'm the king. But you know what, Bob? I found ways to work. I did virtual shows. I did people's backyards. There's probably people watching this show right now going, I saw you in my buddy's backyard. Because I did something called the Eric Johnston Campfire Comedy Tour where I did like 50 people's backyards. Yeah. People were having house parties during the pandemic. They weren't going to the bar or to comedy venues. So I brought the show to them. I would bring 2 opening acts, a PA, a microphone, a stool, and I would work in people's backyards. So I did that. I sold 150 tickets to an apple orchard in Bimbrook. I just said, bring a chair, and I hung a spotlight in a tree. So now I am back officially to work on tour on the Eric Johnston Run with the Bull comedy tour.
And that's got to feel good. But, you know, I'm not surprised you had success, you know, in that pivot. And people, you know, like just the medicine people need during the pandemic is comedy, and people are just hungry for it. So these shows that you're doing, like, you've done some big shows. I mean, wow, your career. I mean, rattle off some of your biggest clubs.
Well, it's funny, you know, when I first came on the show, I had nothing. You know, 5, 6 years ago, it was just you and I, and you're like, so what do you do? I'm like, I think I do comedy in Stony Creek. Now I've performed at the Laugh Factory in Chicago. I headlined the House of Blues in Chicago 2 weeks ago. I've done the Comedy Store in Los Angeles. I opened for Russell Peters. I opened for Sebastian Maniscalco, who's one of the biggest comics in the world right now.
Your idol.
My idol, my style idol. We both wear a lot of cologne, so it was a fantastic green room. Bob, I've just had an amazing career, and be with 2 years off, basically. I'm just like, you know what? We're open. I'm going. So I'm on tour right now. I'm going. My only 2 local shows are this weekend in Dundas and Paris, and then I go to the East Coast of Canada. I'm in New York. I'm in New Jersey. Then I do the West Coast of Canada. I was up in Sudbury and Timmins and Bracebridge, and I'm doing it all by car because I am not sitting on an airplane with a mask on. Even if I'm going to a Sandals resort with Matt Hayes,
You're gonna drive there.
Getting on an airplane. All right, so I'm driving everywhere.
Well, that's quite the road trip there you got. So before we run out of time, let's plug. So it's Friday night in Dundas at Sean and Ed's.
Sean and Ed, it's got 3 names: Lager Shed, Shed, and Sean and Ed. That's why I've been tagging all the things. It's this Friday in Dundas. Tickets are, I think it's like 75% sold out, so get them. You can get them on Eventbrite. Just go to Eventbrite, put in Eric Johnston. It's the first event. You can't miss it. And then Saturday night, I'm in Paris, beautiful Paris, Ontario, not France. Again, I'm not getting on a plane. I'm at the
I'm not driving there.
No, I can't drive to Paris or swim. So I am at the Arlington Hotel. And call the Arlington Hotel because I only think there's about 15, 20 tickets left, and reserve your spot at the Arlington Hotel. So I'm so happy to be back.
Well, continued success. It's been amazing watching your trajectory. And soon enough, we got spanking brand new studios that we're opening up soon, and we're looking forward to inviting guests like you back.
I need to go back to that studio because we need the bromance. Because last time I was on the show, you stood me up and I had to do an interview with Tim Bolin, that hipster.
I know. I feel bad about it.
And you know what? I've been pretty jealous lately because you and Jim Didiodati in Niagara Falls have a bromance that is stronger than ours, and I'm really upset about it. So I need to get back into that studio.
What we have can never be broken.
Well, I feel that too. Between this and comedy shows and Warplane Heritage Museums, every time I see you, I love seeing you, Bob.
Well, we love seeing you too. So again, continued success. Eric Johnston, Run with the Bull Tour. We got to run right now. Thanks, Eric.